Hey, Laura J. here to say it is September 22nd today, and I believe that we have a systemic bullying problem, and we need to deal with it. And that is why we need to understand the mixed war that we are all part of right now between the private and the public sectors, and also why we have to stop bullying one another. Grandpa opens the door in that moment to let the cat out. Good morning! Slam! He doesn't hear very well. And he is wanting probably me to go in there, or maybe he just doesn't care. Who knows? That's in his mind to know. But what I know is that this morning I was drawn to psychiatry in the military videos, and the experience that I had in the mental institution was akin to the fact that I got put on medication only because I needed to show compliance enough to be able to get released. So I played their game, and when then I found out I could leave, because I asked the nurse, when do you think I could maybe get out of here? And she said, oh, well, you're on red on the board. And it was just like, oh, what does that mean then? And she said, oh, it means you can leave any time after tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And it was like, okay, well then tomorrow at 1 o'clock I will be leaving. I believe maybe those were some extra filler details, but she told me I could leave the next day. And it was just like, oh, amazing, great, yes. So I started making plans. And then I was going to come back here, and then I was told that I wasn't working on my book any longer, and so I wasn't going to come here. And I had a friend that said I could live at his place with him, which was appreciated. And then friends ended up coming to pick me up, so thank you, Anissa and Chris Welsh. And they also came and saw me when I was in there too. And that meant a lot. Because they came and they didn't judge me when I tried to pass them information subtly. Because it's crazy in there. When you are a captor of an abuser and you find out that the abuser is actually part of the system that you have grown up believing in, that's a lot to take in. And then when you actually start tuning into the energetic patterns in the place, holy crap, that's terrifying. When I got wheeled into 2nd or 10th floor of Hamilton down the mountain, St. Joe's, holy crap, I'm not even kidding you. I didn't know back then that the reason that they get the patient to be wheeled is so that the patient is demonstrating an inability to exercise or stand for themselves. So I went along with it to be polite. Meow gets the door opened for him now. Oh my god, so funny. But the crazy thing is that by going along with it, I actually gave them authority over me. And so then when they wheeled me into the hospital down the mountain, Hamilton, holy crap, that was crazy. Because when they wheeled me in, I experienced the matrix overlay of a pattern, literally. It was just mind-blowing. Because what I experienced was the Stanford experiment, where they actually got a bunch of volunteers to come in and then play roles. Half decided to be prisoners, half were the guards. And they all were given tasks. And then the prisoners were allotted those tasks, or the result of them. And what they found was that they actually had to end the experiment early because some people liked the power so much that they played into it to the point where it was dangerous to continue and it had to be stopped. There are other experiments too, where people have been pushed to their limits in order to test how far we will go. And there are some who will actually go along with the lie in order to conform and fit in. And then there are others of us that say, no, like, that's different. And I see that that's different. How do you not see that that's different? That's not okay. For you all to be saying that something else is different when all of those are the same and this is clearly different. And then coming together and actually having an intelligible conversation to get the other to prove why they are saying what they do. Because what we find so oftentimes is that you have the monkey effect almost. There was even an experiment done with these monkeys and bananas at the top of a tree. And basically these monkeys would come up and try to get up to the top where the bananas were, but there was a spraying mechanism that shot them in the face, and it startled them and scared them, and some fell off and others were able to, save themselves from falling, but they definitely didn't want to have that experience again. And so what's interesting though is that each of these monkeys experienced that, right? That were in this room, or at least were present for when that happened. So one did it, maybe two did it. However it goes, they had the experience of understanding those bananas were dangerous to get to. And so then what they started to do was take one of the monkeys from the original experiment, say there were 5, one of them at a time were removed from the room, and a new monkey was brought into the room. And so as soon as the new monkey came in, they saw the bananas at the top of the tree and then started to climb to get up to the bananas. And what the scientists found is that all of the monkeys would pull the other monkey down in order to make sure that they didn't get sprayed, because they didn't know that those were dangerous bananas to get to. And what they found, though, as they removed each of the monkeys that had been present to actually experience or observe someone getting sprayed in the face, when all of those original monkeys were gone, and it was all new monkeys, none of whom were present when anybody even tried to get to the bananas, every single one of them continued to repeat what they were taught. And the Hornblairs, that is the power of tradition, which so many are vested in. And then there are the wheel breakers, the Khaleesi's of this world, the ones that come in and say, no bueno. Just because it's always been done that way does not mean it can stay that way, and we have a responsibility to change that, because we are the players on the field. We're the players on the field. We are the players on the field. It's true that you are the one you've been waiting for, and I hope you know that you can be so much more than you've been giving yourself credit for. I hope that you'll understand. You are the one you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for your whole soul. That's what integrity means. It is the whole embodied in the one which you are. And that's why you've come to master yourself, my friend. So come along, a journey inward. That's what the peaceful inner warriors united do together. It is true. I hope that you will join us and say namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. It's true. But I'ma go today. Laura J. Namaste. Namago.